Ever wondered how to create beautiful chord progressions on your guitar? To break it down, chord progressions are essentially a series of chords played in a specific sequence. They're the backbone of almost every song you've ever heard, and they're crucial for both songwriters and musicians. Think of them as the roadmap to your music, guiding you from one note to the next, creating a harmonious journey. Indeed, mastering chord progressions can open up a world of possibilities for your music. To create beautiful chord progressions, you first need to understand the basic chords. Now, these basic chords are more often than not the major and minor chords. They are the building blocks for most chord progressions, forming the foundation of countless songs and melodies. Let's delve into some common chords. For instance, the C major chord, a bright and happy chord that's often used in a lot of pop music. Then, we have the G major, D major, both vibrant and uplifting chords. On the other end of the spectrum, we have minor chords. They tend to be a bit more melancholic, a bit more somber. The A minor and E minor chords are perfect examples of this. They're often used to add a touch of sadness or introspection to a song, so there you have it, the major and minor chords. With these basic chords, you can create a myriad of different chord progressions. Now that you understand the basic chords, it's time to create your first chord progression. In music, a chord progression is a series of chords played in a sequence. It's the backbone of almost every song you've ever heard. To create your first chord progression, let's use the chords you learned in Scene 2. Start with the G major chord. This chord gives a bright and optimistic sound. Follow it up with the E minor chord for a melancholic touch. Then, transition to the C major chord, bringing a sense of resolution. Finally, end with the D major chord, which provides a little tension, making your listener yearn for the next chord. Remember, this is just one example. Feel free to experiment with different orders and combinations of these chords. Every sequence will create a different mood, a different sound. That's the beauty of chord progressions. And there you have it, your first beautiful chord progression. Before we wrap up, here are a few tips to help you create beautiful chord progressions. First, don't be afraid to play with different rhythms. It can add a new dimension to your sound. Second, throw in some uncommon chords now and then to keep things interesting. And third, use your chord progressions to narrate a story. Music, after all, is about expressing emotion. Remember, the key to creating beautiful chord progressions is practice and experimentation. So pick up your guitar and start playing.